Hi boys and girls, welcome back to the Steak and Brush. I'm Christine, and today I'm going to show you how to get this eye look. I'll do it over here. Before we get into it, as always, if I could ask you to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet already. If you have, don't forget to hit the little bell next to it so you get reminders every time I post, which should be on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, and occasionally a bonus video here and there. And then follow me over on Instagram at steak_and_brush. Okay, so I did this eye look just, in another video. I forget what I was doing, what I was testing that day, but it had nothing to do with eyes. And I got a lot of good reception about it, so I thought I would go ahead and show you how I did it. I've got all the rest of my face done, except for this eye. I actually did this eye first because I wanted to make sure I could do it again because I've only done it once. I am using the Feverish palette from C Color Cosmetics. It is a dupe for the Anastasia Beverly Hills Sultry palette. So there are other dupes out there too. So if you have any of the dupes or you have the original, you can do this. Or honestly, I only use 3 colors in this. So if you have a shimmery, a corally red, and a black, it's really all you need. The biggest difference with this eye look is it's completely different. The way I apply it's completely different than I normally do. I normally do a crease color and, build from there, from like a transition. I don't do any of that in this look. I was kind of inspired, if you watch Allie Dawson, she always does, almost always, does these 3 color looks. She has very tall, wide eyes, and so she just kind of divides them into 3 segments and does one color up to about here, another color up to here, and a third one here. My eyes aren't quite shaped like that, so I just kind of modified it a little for me. But what I did first is I went into this kind of, I don't know, coppery, silvery color here. I normally only do shimmers with my finger, but because I'm laying down so much, I'm going to go in with a brush first. And I am using an angled, like a detail brush, more because I'm going for a little bit more of a shape than I normally do. So I'm going to go in and I'm taking this up higher than the lid, and I'm kind of doing it in this arc here, like building it up a little higher. I'm not going straight up, but building it over kind of in a diagonal. And then I'm going to fill in to almost the halfway point. And this is really bringing the focus of the eye out. So it's kind of lift my eye a little bit and make it look a little longer than it normally is, because we're putting all that dark out there and all of the shimmer and light in here. Now, if you want the shimmer to stand out a little bit more, you can always go in afterwards, although I think this applies pretty well with this brush. Okay, let me go ahead and clean that off. Then I am going in with a little bit more of a fluffier brush. It's not my biggest fluffy brush, but I'm going to go in with that into this corally red here. And I'm going to put this from that point almost to the end. And I am going to overlay it a little bit here. You will see that it's going to be a little lighter here than it will the rest of it, and that's good because it's a nice little blend there. That's why I want to use the fluffy brush for that. And I'm doing more packing and patting it in than I am sweeping. And then just gently sweeping over those edges to blend a little bit. So if you're a person, you know, okay. All right, now, before I go into the black, I'm going to do things a little differently. This is a whole completely different way of doing. I'm going to take my eyeliner first, and I'm going to line my eye before going in with the black, because I'm going to use the eyeliner as kind of a guideline. Eyeliner as a guide for where I want to go, because I'm going to create the wing. It's always so much harder on this eye. And for this particular one, my wing can actually be a little messier, because I am going to blend it in with the rest of the look with the black eyeliner. Now I am going all the way to the, you know, from one outer edge of the eyelid to the other. Okay. Now I'm going to go back in with my tapered detail brush. I'm going into the black here. And I'm going to start right around where that wing is, going up, and then I'm going to kind of go out in like a 7 shape. Now I know this is very, very distinct and dark right now, but we're going to do some blending. So we're going to start out with that, and a nice 7 there, or backward 7, depending on what eye you're working on. And now I'm going to go into a really fluffy blending brush. And I'm just going to blend and blend and blend, especially at the top there. Blend it in this way. So it looks less just straight on black and more smoky. See? Okay, now that's kind of dulled the red a bit, so I'm going to go back in with my brush and just pat over that. So we bring that back in, pretty much in the same area that we had it before. Okay, and then I'm going back in with my liner, and I'm going to just fine tune the wing a little bit, because while yes, I did say, you know, we're blending it, I just still want at least it to stick out a little bit darker. But again, if it's not the neatest wing, it's still going to blend in, but I want you to actually be able to see that there is that line there. Okay. Now to deepen everything up, I'm going to go in with my L'Oreal Infallible eyeliner, and oh, gotta do this, I've already done that one, in my tight line and my waterline. I don't know what it is, this eye is not picking up my waterline as well, and I've tried different, you know, it's not the pencil. Just being very finicky lately. Okay. Go back in with my liquid eyeliner, and I'm just going to extend that wing down just a little bit into my lower eyelash line. And then with a liner brush, I'm going to go back into the back into the black and do right underneath that lash line. And blend it right up to the wing. Just gonna touch that one up a bit. All right, and then you can go in with your favorite mascara. I just chose this IT Cosmetics Superhero. For me, it doesn't matter that much because I'm going to put lashes on. Oop, a little bit of fallout there. And my lower lashes are so short, you really can't see much with black on black, so the mascara is more just, for me right now, it's just more because I'm used to it. Then the lashes I used, if you want to up the volume, these are very va-va-va-voom. These are the Ioni, and they are the Wispy Cat Eye Crossovers. These are the dollar store. Just the dollar store ones, but I really love them. And I actually just washed all my eyelashes, and these held up well when I did it. First time I tried to wash eyelashes, they fell apart on me, but I found a good YouTube video. If I can find it, I'll try to link it. But what she did is she took a bowl and filled it with water, and you can use either micellar water or just water and like a brush cleaner kind of soap, one of those two things, and soak your eyelashes overnight. Fair warning, you might want to warn people in your house that you're doing that, because when my husband came home from work at like 1 o'clock in the morning and turned on the bathroom light, he's like, there's floating eyeballs. Of course, not eyeballs, just the eyelashes, but I had like 5 pairs in there, so he was a little freaked out. But yeah, and then afterwards you soak them overnight, and then in the morning you put them on a wet paper or on a dry paper towel to soak up all of the excess water, and you very lightly I used this end here, and just kind of gently scrape the gunk off of the bands. Okay. All right, so eyelashes are on, look is complete. And it's a very different, at least for me, a very different kind of eye look. And it, like I said, it really accentuates, makes my eyelids, since they kind of go down a little bit, my eyes kind of go down a little bit with age. This brings them up a little bit, makes them look a little wider, even a little taller. So yeah. I really, really like this eye look. I hope you do too. If you ever see any of my eye looks or any looks at all that I don't talk about on camera that you would like to know more about, or you'd like to see a tutorial, just drop me a line in the comments and I will do it. All right, I think that's it. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.